Hey everyone, Jules here with Dropping Jules, where we learn everything about real estate from the beginning to the end and everything else in between. And today I am so excited and honored to have Ali with me. Hello, Ali. How are you today?
What's up, everybody? Thank you, Julie, for having me today. I appreciate you having me on your podcast. How's everybody doing today?
Well, I'm well. I am super excited to learn from you. And quick backstory, we've been trying to get this podcast scheduled for like over a month now, and something keeps
Yeah.
happening. So I'm super excited to have Ali on with us tonight and to just learn from him. And he's going to just share to our audience all of his great wisdom, and he's going to drop some jewels for us. So without further ado, we're going to get started. So, Ali, tell me a little bit how. Give me your background, how you came to the States, and we'll start with that, and then we'll start with how you got started in real estate.
Absolutely, absolutely. So my background is kind of a unique background. I'm not your typical real estate investor. So I came to the US 4 years ago to do my master's here. I did a master's in quantitative finance here at BC in Boston, and I became an investment banker and kind of joined that matrix, that line of work that was not for me at all.
Mhm.
Um, I learned a lot. It was great. I met a lot of people, got some new skills
Mhm.
that I'm grateful for sure. But that was not for me. And I actually came to Boston because my dad used to live here back in the 80s and 90s. He lived here for 20 years. And since I was a kid, he was always telling me about Boston, Boston, Boston. I'm like, what is in Boston, man?
Yes.
So he used to take me here as a kid, bring me here as a kid, and I just fell in love with the city and I love it. And since I moved here 4 years ago, besides the cold, obviously the 20
Yeah.
degree right now, but
Yeah.
it's a beautiful city with beautiful people.
Nice.
Uh, and so became an investment banker, did not like it, saw ads on Instagram about wholesaling and about this and about innovations and Jerry Norton. I was like, what is this? Is too good to be true.
Right.
And then my first space into this, my first jump into this was Astro with Jamil.
With Jamil. Okay. Okay.
Did some wholesaling, was great. I learned a lot, right? Because, as a
Mhm.
wholesaler, you're in the middle, you're, trying to make everybody happy. Uh, so that was great.
Well, let's pause there. Take me back a little bit. Okay, so you came to the US to study, you said qualitative finance. How does one choose that? I'm intrigued. Okay, let's go back to that. Like, how do you wake up, as a kid and say, this is what I want to get into? Tell me about that.
Well, I think it was a mix of getting groomed by that, and secondly, I'm just interested about money.
Yes,
Uh, I mean, everybody speaks different languages, but there's one language in common, which is money,
that's
right?
right.
And
Yeah,
you understand money, you understand how the world works.
that's
So,
right.
and my dad, when he came here, he became a professor of finance, and
Oh,
when
okay.
he
That's where it stemmed. Okay, your
so
interest. Okay.
there, so yeah, the grooming, that's where the grooming is coming from. I was learning about interest rates when I was 12 years old.
Yeah. So just
But
having dinner around and you guys are just talking about interest rates.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
lovely.
So yeah, I mean, that's what kind of led me to join that space, and a master's in finance was my kind of entry here to Boston. So
Yes.
it worked
I
out
love
perfect.
that. I love that. Okay, so that certainly played a role, your background with your dad. Your dad was very impressionable with you growing up, so you had that background. Came to the States, to Boston specifically, to learn about finance, and
Mhm.
that segued into the investment banking, but it really translates into how you got into real estate. So you joined Jamil's program, Astro Flipping, right? And that's about wholesaling. So for our audience who's listening in, tell us a little bit what exactly is wholesaling?
For sure. So wholesaling is basically the intermediary, the person who is finding distressed properties, distressed sellers, right? Sellers that are in distressed situations, whether in multiple ways, whether it's a foreclosure, whether they're going through divorce, whether they're going through a probate scenario, a lot
Mhm,
of different.
mhm.
places, that they want to sell their house. And a wholesaler is somebody that goes and finds somebody else who's willing to buy the house and fix it and flip it and sell it for profit,
Sure.
right? And the wholesaler is basically somebody who's getting that property under contract and then selling it back to somebody who's that buyer
Hmm.
for, for a margin, for a profit. And and you're kind of in the middle of
In the
everything,
middle. So
the
you're
middle of
making
everything.
us.
So
Okay. So was
yeah.
that because it was an easy entry point into the field of real estate, or why wholesaling?
Well, honestly, the way I see it is to get into any industry,
Hmm.
you need you have two currencies. You have either time or money, right?
Sure.
If you
Absolutely.
don't have money, you gotta spend a lot of time. If you
Hmm.
don't have a lot of time and you have the money, then you have the luxury of letting your money work for you,
Sure.
right? And I was unemployed. I left my job.
Hmm.
I had some money saved up. That's what,
Hmm.
got me into buying the program in Astro with Jamil. But I had a lot of time. So
Right.
I jumped in and started calling and doing this and that and trying all the different ways of, Jerry Norton's ways and Jamil Damji's ways.
Hmm.
And that's what kind of led me into the wholesaling you know,
Interesting.
space. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So from wholesaling,
Mhm.
so how did you get into Pace's world? Who's our mentor and our friend and our partner?
Our friend and partner for sure, mentor. So the way I joined Pace was I saw Pace popping up on Jamil's profile. I didn't know who
Mhm.
Pace was, right? But
Right. Right.
he was talking about creatively buying creative, buying planes, buying cars, buying the F-150 story,
Yes.
right? All that story and 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 everything creative. So I was like, wow, this is interesting.
Hmm.
So I joined I went to Squad Up actually. There was the Squad Up Summit, the first Squad Up, and I went there and Pace pitches Owners Club. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my God, this is literally what I'm looking for. This is literally
Yes.
what I want. A team of badasses that I can
Hmm.
join and be a part of this community that was, all about making money, helping each other, and helping the community, right? Around them, the environment around them, making everybody, not just the people in Owners Club, but people in their separate and several communities, and
Absolutely.
making an impact, right?
Hmm.
Um, Through real estate.
Right.
So joined the Owners Club, and it's
It's been a
been
ride. It's been wild.
it's been wild. It's been
Yes.
wild ever since, for sure.
All right, so let me talk with our audience here a little bit. So, Pace Morby, he is our mentor, he is our friend and our partner, and he has different communities. So, one is the Gator community. If you're interested in lending and you have money to lend, you can join the Gator community. Then he has a sub two community, which is the real estate world and everything that Ali just talked about, creative financing. If you want to buy planes, you want to buy cars, anything creatively, and taking over payments. We already do that when you purchase a car. And then he has a top tier community that's everything with the paperwork. And the one that Ali and I are in the Owners Club, which is the elite of the elite. Like he said, badasses, right? So people who want to take their business to the next level. So Ali, you joined. What made you, besides you're a badass yourself, but what made you want to join Owners Club?
So, I mean, to be honest, I think there's a lot of reasons, but I think
Hmm.
the main reason was, I was still 23 years old, when I joined Owners Club. So even though I had, some knowledge and some experience in finance and,
Hmm.
somewhat experience in real estate,
Hmm.
I wanted to learn, right? I wanted to
Yes.
learn, and I think the best way to succeed in anything is to find, just, like Pace teaches, is to find the who, not the how, right? The
Right.
how is going to come later when you meet the right people. And
Hmm.
I wanted to be in a room full of people that know what what is this, what is that, how do you do this, doing big things.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and at that point, I didn't even know what I wanted,
Right,
right?
right. Yeah.
But what I wanted was to be in a room of people that can lead me to, and show me,
Hmm.
um, to, eventually me finding out what I want, right? And
Right.
that's exactly what's been happening. And I'm incredibly grateful for the community and Pace and Jamil and everybody
Yes.
who's who's supporting Owners Club and so it's definitely been a wild ride, like you said.
Yeah, you wanted to be around the people, the who, right?
Exactly.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. And it also helps shave time off. If you find that person who's already done what you're looking to do, it helps save you, decades of your time, right? And we
Sure.
find in Owners Club, everyone's so helpful to help you, no matter what it is, whatever your strategy, whether it's fix and flip, you want to buy business acquisitions, and we'll get more into that. New development, anything you want to dream up, you can get that in Owners Club. I want to take a pause and talk about what your Mount Everest is, and if you can tell our audience exactly what your Mount Everest is, and share with us if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my Mount Everest has a lot of layers, right?
Okay.
But my Mount Everest is to help as many see I don't like to put a number on it
Okay.
because I don't want to put a cap on helping
I love
people.
that. Yeah.
So I want to help as many people as I can find quality and affordable housing
Hmm.
in the US and my country of origin, Lebanon. Uh,
Oh, wow.
yes, I have a soft spot for my country.
I love that.
There's a big affordability problem over there,
Hmm.
and um, I think I want to help people in the US find affordable housing,
Hmm.
whether it's through Section 8, whether it's through rehabilitative programs like sober homes, whether it's co-living,
Hmm.
whether it's the idea is to find housing. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's your number one right.
Hmm.
Uh, to live on the roof. I have a soft spot for the homeless. I have few
Mm-hmm.
family members that started out with difficult circumstances. So I want to help people here, and I want to go back home and make a difference over there and make an impact over there. And I think to get there, I need to be a real estate badass. I need to be a very successful real estate investor and business acquisition investor here in the US.
I love that. I love that you want to give back, of course, to your people and also here because, as we know, the housing crisis is huge. It's definitely something that we're all working towards, and you're helping people provide affordable housing. Like you said, their number one right. So I love that. Take us through a little bit. So, do you have a time frame? I know you don't want to put a number to how many people you're helping.
Mhm.
And you mentioned two different things you're going to do, whether it's through business acquisition or new development. Tell us a little bit about what your plans are, if you don't mind sharing a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. So my time frame is 25 years.
Okay.
In the next 25 years, I want to spend time on. So, like I said, there's a lot of ways you can provide affordable housing, right?
Hmm.
And one of them that I'm actually working on right now is student housing.
Oh, wow.
Um, I'm actually today I got under contract. I executed the contract today with 2 acres of land in Stephenville, Texas.
Oh,
And
congrats. That's
um,
amazing. Wow.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's gonna be my first new development, but
Mhm.
if you have a strong team, you can do anything, right?
That's
So
right. Hmm.
I'm grateful to have a strong team with me to do this. Give you kind of a high level. My plan is to, in the next 25 years, I want to do new construction for student
Hmm.
housing. I want to continue developing my Section 8 portfolio around the Midwest
Hmm.
and the South. And and I want to have enough money that when I can go back home and do a different and make an impact back home, I
Hmm.
want to do it through um, multiple ways. I want to obviously build affordable housing,
Sure.
but we have a hospital shortage back home in some of the villages, especially where my village is from, where I'm
Hmm.
from.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Sure.
And I want to use that to, I think people deserve to get at least affordable healthcare, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you totally agree. Yeah.
And that's also a big problem that we have here in this country. So, um, Anyway, I can talk about this specific subject for hours, so I'm not
Yes,
going to
yes.
put too much into this, but I'm very excited about my new venture now, because, for example, just to go, a quick high level on the student housing project, Tarleton University, which is in Stephenville, which is the university that we're targeting,
Hmm.
um, has now become a D1 school and is now providing free tuition to people that cannot afford it, right?
Wow. Yeah.
So it's kind of a whole mission altogether.
Hmm.
And the school is telling us, right, we want to talk to the school, and they're telling us that we're behind 3 years on our housing.
Oh,
So we
wow.
so we need people like you who are willing to buy, develop, and rent for these
Wow.
students. Like, there's some students renting Airbnbs, Julie.
To go to
Imagine,
school? Wow.
imagine these people it's an hour drive from Fort Worth, so they're coming from Dallas and Fort Worth, and they're renting Airbnbs. So there's a
Wow.
big problem there. So I'm excited to see how this one is gonna plan out.
I'm very excited for you. I have some questions around that. So, ideal location, right? Student housing, there's definitely a need there. How did you get that deal?
So, first of all, I found a deal by driving there.
Mhm.
I found a deal. Me and my team were driving,
Hmm.
and we said, you know what? We knew we were targeting Stephenville because Stephenville is a small town an hour away from Fort Worth, and
Yes.
99%, 99.99% of the economy of Stephenville is from Tarleton. Everything there is Tarleton, Tarleton, Tarleton University. So we
Wow.
knew about the demand in Tarleton, in so many layers, from people that we've heard, from people we've worked with, and I drove when we drove there,
Hmm.
it was like development after development after
Really?
development
Wow.
everywhere. There's a group out of Chicago that was building 80 townhomes for professors and faculty,
Wow.
and they're selling them at 650,000 a pop.
That's
Uh,
incredible. And it's not only that. I mean, you can peel back. You got the student housing, you got the professors, then you need the workforce for the people who are doing the development. It's
exactly,
it's unlimited. Wow. I love that.
exactly,
All the
exactly.
verticals.
Yeah. So I mean, just like you said, it's all the verticals exactly because there's so many layers of this, and it's just gonna keep on growing and growing and
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
It literally took half an hour of us driving through the town, and we found a piece of land.
Yeah.
And what Pace teaches and everybody teaches, you see something, you go for it.
That's right.
So there was a small poster on the back of behind the tree on the land. Terrible marketing, right?
Yes.
And I called the number,
Hmm.
and they're like, yeah, it's been, we're trying to sell this land for 2 years now, because they've had problems with zoning and all that stuff. And literally, I was the only one that put an offer in the last, maybe 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Uh, and lo and behold,
Creative.
cash.
Cash. Okay. Okay.
Why cash? Because, first of all, we got a 30% discount, number
Oh,
one,
wow.
because of
Yes.
the cash. And, it was kind of perfect. That's not entirely because of that, but it was timed perfectly. Last week, they got
Sure.
zoned R3,
Wow.
which took
Goodness.
like 7 months to get done. So it was perfect timing. And seller wanted to exit very quickly,
Hmm.
needed the money.
The money. Hmm.
So we're like, okay,
Well, maybe if
perfect.
you'd done better marketing, but this was for
Yeah,
you.
right.
This deal was for you. So
Yeah,
I always say, what's yours, it's yours. It's not going to be taken away. So, all right. So I
exactly.
love that. So how much for your development, how much land and what are you going to do? You talked about student housing. How many units? What are you anticipating?
So the land is 2 acres, and we're gonna divide it into two pieces, into
Mm-hmm.
1 acre pieces, right? And we're gonna
Nice.
build. We're gonna start with 1 acre and then do the other one, but we want to buy the two so we can, so we don't
Right.
want a competitor building next
That's
to
it.
us. But
Right.
so we're building 60 units, 60
Mm-hmm.
bedrooms, 60 bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna do it in a co-living style, which
Ooh.
is a 12 unit 12 apartments, 12
Mm-hmm.
five bed, five baths.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
with, common areas and balconies and um, you need over there they have a requirement where you need a parking spot for every bedroom. So
Okay.
you need to
Okay.
place it so you need to place it in a strategic way where you can, build the first one out, maybe have a common area in the middle, and
Hmm.
then build the second one out so they
So you
both
have two
have a
parking
common area.
spots.
Exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
Um, so it's going to be a three-story building, 10,000 square foot per story, five, five bedroom, five bath,
Five
and eight.
bedroom, but yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm super, super excited to watch your progress and see how this goes. What's with the time frame to have it completed?
So we're expecting between 9 and 12 months. On a
Pretty
conservative
fast.
on a conservative side, yeah, it's fast. But what we're doing is we're doing kind of an unconventional build. So what we're doing is we are buying from a manufacturer the
Hmm.
supply for the exterior
Oh.
of the building. So it's going to be a panelized system.
Hmm.
And what we're doing is it's kind of a mix of modular and manufacturing and
Hmm.
manufactured. It's
Hmm.
not a prefab, and we still have to do the interior finishes. But we're buying the material from somebody out in California, and it's kind of an assembly kind of a scenario
Hmm.
where they're delivering and we're kind of assembling it. But the exterior, up until the putting flooring and cabinets and stuff like that, is going to take 8 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. So the big portion of the time frame that I'm telling you about is a conservative estimate based on permitting in the city, and it's a small town, right?
Sure,
So
sure.
expect things to move slower
Mhm.
than a big city. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get it done in 6 to 8,
Oh,
um, and in preparation for the August fall semester.
oh, wow, that's awesome. So for our
Yeah.
audience watching and listening later on, what do you need for this project? What's your need? So you paid cash, which is good. What do you need from our audience?
So we are raising $600,000
Okay.
for the project. We have a lender that is going to provide us 100% of the construction
Okay.
plus 75% of the land acquisition. The land is valued at $1 million, and the project is going to be around 4.3 million
Okay.
total project cost, and that's including the land.
Hmm.
And what I need $600, 600,000 for is obviously the down payment for the land, number
Hmm.
one.
Hmm.
And in addition, we have basically what we're doing is a system where we kind of order a lot of stuff in the beginning, and especially the manufacturing side, the material, the supplies for the
Materials. Hmm.
modular. They're requiring 150,000 down payment for an $850,000 build out.
Hmm.
So, and you have the permits and you have the feasibility studies, which we have a 90-day feasibility period for the land.
Hmm.
So all of that, you're looking at about $580,000 in initial capital that we are looking to raise in 90 days.
In 90 days. Okay. And how, if someone's interested and when they're watching this, how can they reach out to you? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Absolutely. So text me directly. I'll put my number and my Instagram handle. My
Okay.
Instagram is literally my name that is typed here,
Okay.
but with an extra E on the side,
Okay.
on the end of it.
Okay. And I'll have that in the description for everyone.
I
So
appreciate
drop it
that.
in.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So he'll be providing his phone number and also his email, I'm sorry, Instagram handle. So we'll put that in the description. So if you're interested in this project and helping with student housing, especially co-living, that's a hot strategy right now. And definitely want to get involved. And how can they follow your journey? Are you going to be, posting on your IG channel? I mean, on your IG?
Yes, on
Um,
IG. Follow me on Instagram, and you'll be um, tuned in on the project.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, I'm super excited for you. I know it's going to be a success, especially you've done quite a bit of research. You know your numbers, finance
Thank
guy and all, so I know that you know your numbers. But what's more important than that is you're providing a need to a community that needs it. So, and that's
Exactly.
awesome. And it's your start for your Mount Everest. So I'm very excited for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So switching, what's the other investment that you're currently working on? Because you know
So,
you can't just do one. You're just like Face. You got to do multiple,
of
right?
course, you got to be in 10 different places, right? Trying to be paid, trying to be like pace.
Trying to be. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm also part of a business acquisition team with, I'm sure you guys know, Benjamin Huang. He's the GOAT when it comes to business acquisitions.
He is.
Wow. Speak of the devil. I mean, he's literally calling me right
He's
now.
calling you right now. See,
Yeah.
he knew we were going to be saying his name. So Benjamin, when you're
Literally,
watching this, you were calling because you knew we were going to be talking
yeah.
about you.
Literally, that's insane. Yeah, so we're focused on laundromats and home services,
Hmm.
mostly in the Northeast. Now we're in a position where we're expanding
Hmm.
nationwide. We're actually under contract now for a laundromat in Utah,
Okay.
and Salt Lake City, south of Salt Lake City in Utah. And
Congratulations. Got to have a little congratulations there for you.
thank you, thank you, I
Welcome.
appreciate that. And we're raising 1.5 million on fractional to for a lot of things on the business. There's a loan pay downs, there's operational reserves, and there's a complete new what's nice about this laundromat is it's kind of unique. When you think of business acquisitions, you think of
Hmm.
a struggling you think of either a struggling seller who's trying to sell and not pay
And get
taxes,
out. Right. Hmm.
right? And get out. Or you think of a perfect scenario where the business is doing great and the seller just, wants to get out, wants to retire and all of that. But this scenario is kind of unique because it's a brand new laundromat. It's been operational less than 2 years.
Wow.
The seller built it by himself and the inside of it, it's
Okay.
brand new machines, brand new everything. It's still, I mean, it's still glowing. That's how new it is. But the seller is not great at marketing.
Mm.
Okay, and it's in a super good location. It's in the middle of the biggest shopping center in Orem,
Oh, wow.
a city called Orem, a little bit south of Salt Lake, and it's being used less than 50%, the laundromat.
Even
And
though it's in a great location. Wow.
yeah, because well, the majority of that area is going to be wash, dry, and fold. It's going to be people that don't have time, going to be too
Correct.
busy,
Hmm.
either students or workers that have that don't have enough time. So what they want
Want to
is
buy back some time, as we know.
exactly. So they pay for the service of wash, dry, and fold. So
Right.
the business is making like $40,000 a month, 30 to $40,000 in revenue with little to no marketing,
Wow.
with no dry cleaning services, with no deliveries, so if we go in and implement the system that we've done
Hmm.
around the country, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, all around the Northeast,
Hmm.
we believe that this laundromat in the next 3 years can be netting $100,000 a month.
A month. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
In
we're
3 years,
pretty
you're
excited.
doubling. Yeah, almost tripling.
Yeah.
How did you find the lead?
Bird dog. Bird dog.
What's a
And
bird dog? Explain to our audience what a bird dog
okay.
is.
So a bird dog is somebody, guys, that has time, right? Has time and wants to get into the real estate or business world.
Hmm.
Doesn't maybe have the experience, but has the ambition and the will to
Hmm.
do so. So that bird dog is somebody that finds leads and sends them to somebody like me, like Julie, like somebody in Owners Club that has a clear buy box or a clear system, an outline system that I want to buy this, this, and this. And if you can find me anything in those
Anything. Hmm.
categories, I will close, right?
Yes.
And so we got fed this lead by Bird Dog, and they brought us this laundromat,
Hmm.
they brought it to Ben. Um, and we've been on pants on fire ever since. So
That's amazing.
um, yeah.
So you're raising that on fractional, and what exactly is fractional?
So fractional is a platform for people that want to invest in basically anything, right? Real estate, business, anything.
Hmm.
Um, Fractionally, right? In a
Right.
way,
Right.
in a way where we don't you don't need to have 100, 200, $300,000 to invest in like big projects, like those big ticket accredited investors types of investments.
Hmm.
And you can invest with $100. You can invest
Sure.
with $500, $1,000, right? It's a way to have to basically give everybody access to investment, investments, whether it's real estate, whether it's businesses, whether it's, any
Sure.
type of investment.
So
So,
basically, you don't have to be an accredited investor. You're saying
right,
anyone, if you have the funds and you want to
right,
be part of this business acquisitions, which sounds like an amazing deal,
right.
especially since it's under projected on revenue, right? Because you said you can scale in 3 years, making 100K net,
Mm,
100K income.
mhm.
So fractional, would you say it's an investment club for everyone? So no one's left behind.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
It's for everybody.
awesome.
Everybody that's willing to take a risk and willing to invest in people that know how to do this
That's right.
has the opportunity to do so,
Yeah.
And what's nice is that the platform they do they combine everything for you, right? They make
Mhm.
sure everybody's set up. They set up
Mhm.
the LLCs for you. They make sure that everybody's, and nobody's getting screwed here. Everybody's rights are preserved and everybody knows what they're getting into before
Absolutely.
you get into anything.
I love
So
that.
it's exciting.
So if someone wants to invest in this business acquisition of that laundromat, how can they invest?
So click on the link that I'm gonna send to you, Julie. It's on
Okay,
fractional.
perfect. Okay.
Send Click on fractional, and it's gonna be as easy as clicking on a blue button and investing.
Okay. Awesome. When's the raise? When is this? When?
So we've already started the raise, and we're looking to close by December, by end of the year, end of
End of the
December.
year, end of December. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay. And what's the minimum investment amount?
So the minimum investment is 35,000.
Okay.
But we've received a lot of demand from other investors outside of fractional that are willing to invest in a slightly lower
Mm-hmm.
requirement. So if you're somebody that cannot invest and that 35,000 wants to put something smaller, 15, 20, even 10,
Mm-hmm.
don't be shy. Please reach out. Please reach out. On the link, there's a bunch of people that you can reach out to and say, I want to invest this and I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to do so.
Awesome. Okay. We'll make sure that link is in there. So if you're interested in investing in this laundromat, we'll make sure that you get that information. Wow, you got your hands full. So you got the new development, you got 60 units out in Texas, and this laundromat, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. What else you got on your plate? Tell us more. I'm intrigued.
Well, first of all, it's good to be busy, right?
Yes,
Thank God for that every day.
that's right.
Uh, Grateful for all the opportunities that are presented. Um, my main focus, well, the thing that I've been kind of first thing that I transitioned after wholesale was flipping. So I'm always, flipping on the side and DFW, all around the Metroplex. That's kind of my active income if you want.
Hmm.
Um, so if you're a bird dog watching this, if you're a wholesaler watching this, if you have deals in DFW, send them my way.
We'll also drop your buy box, your fix and flip buy box in the description below. So if you're a bird dog watching this, please reach out to Ali so we can help him out with some fix and flip. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. This is freaking amazing. A lot of jewels here, from mainly you started, you came to this country, finance, master in finance, then went to astro flipping, so you got into wholesaling, and now you joined Owners Club. We're part of Owners Club together, and I'm so thankful to have met you and you sharing all these jewels here for us.
No problem.
Getting into new development, something that's new to you. What I love about you is you don't sit still. Like you're always learning, always on the go, and a
Mhm.
giver, right? You have a heart to serve, and you want to help people with affordable housing and getting somebody, a roof over their head. It's near and dear to my heart. As you guys know, if you know my channel, I work in co-living space for veterans. So, Ollie's doing the same thing. He's helping a lot of people, Section 8 affordable housing, students, sober living. Wow, incredible, incredible outreach. So thank you for that. And then also you're on the business acquisition side. So I love that you have that diversity and that mix in your portfolio. So that's amazing. The question I have for you is if, for our audience, if they're a new investor just getting started, with all the different strategies, we got wholesaling, we got fix and flip, new development. I mean, we talked co-living. Oh, wow, we went through business acquisition. And you were yourself just getting started a couple years ago. What piece of advice would you give to that person?
Well, I would go back to my investment banking background and I would tell that person to first identify who are you as a person. Are you somebody who is a risk averse person? Are you somebody that is willing to take a lot of risks?
Mm-hmm.
Are you somebody that's willing to wait a year, 2 years before you can see your money working for you? Are you, so I think you should look at yourself and say, okay, I have whatever, you're an investor, I have 50, 100, whatever amount of money that you want to invest in real estate or business, and answer those questions and see how, your investment profile. Are you a risk
Sure.
taker? Are you risk averse? Are you this? Are you that? And then when you identify those answers, it's going to be very easy for you to identify where you want to start. And if you have those questions answered and you have that system kind of clear in your mind, then everything will be easy for you because now it's not about what should I do, and now it's about who should I talk to,
Right,
right?
right,
It's about who can I talk to that will help me with this specifically, with this, with that. And one thing that you said, which is something I really am aware, self-aware about and conscious and consistently working towards, is to always be busy, right? You always want to
Mhm.
be, there's a lot of things that are not going to work out, right?
Sure.
There's a lot of things you're going to try a lot of things and things are not going to work out, but hey, that's why you try, right? And that's why
Right,
you have to get into so many different things because that will lead you to finding the thing that you want to get into.
right,
And I'm still in that process, right? It's a long process. I'm still in that process. So I'm eventually trying to, stay in that one or two or three things instead of doing 10. But it takes 10 things for you to do 10 things so you
sure.
can focus on one, two things. So going back to
That's
your
amazing.
question, going back to your question, I would say is basically find out what your goals are, find out what's your investment profile,
Hmm.
your risk profile.
Hmm.
Answer those questions, have them very clearly aligned in your head, or maybe on paper even, and then go find the people that are going to help you achieve those.
I love that. So, a lot of key points in there, right? Who you are, your risk tolerance, also what do you want to do, and don't give up. And it's okay to pivot, right? So, I mean, I started out wholesaling. I'm not wholesaling anymore, but it really taught me a lot,
Hmm.
on how to negotiate, how to go back and talk to
Yeah.
sellers, direct to agent. So that's awesome. One thing you said, try, and if you fail, that's fine, but don't fail to try. So that's pretty awesome
Exactly.
that you said
Love
that.
that.
So yeah. Wow, well, a lot of key insights here, and I would love to have you back, and maybe later on just kind of streamline, I mean, showcase your student housing so we can come back and have like a part two and kind of break it down for the audience to see. What I get a lot of is like how to do it, right? A lot of people say they can get it done, but can you really? And it's really good to see, like, take them step by step and break it down. The other thing with the bird dog, would love to have you back sometime, even if it's a quick call, to talk about bird dog and bird dogging for business acquisitions because it's a little bit different than what you guys are looking for.
Mhm.
I do have a bird dog team, so we can tailor to that, and it's pretty awesome because we
Really?
want to be very specific on finding the niche that the investor is looking for, that the end buyer. So
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. I would love to. I mean, tonight was all about me, but I'm sure I have more to learn from you than you have to learn from me. So
I don't
I
know
would,
about that. We're learning from each other. What's great about this community is there's
yeah.
so much, and we all help each other. And we're so thankful for Pace to create the space for us where we can come together. I mean, Benjamin was calling Ali while we're on this. So I mean, that's pretty cool. You should call him and say, "Hey, you're on this podcast." No, no, don't do that. This is all about you. But um, yeah, I mean, Ali, this was great. I mean, we covered so much, and just to break it down from your beginning to where you got started to where you're at now, and I can't wait to see. I mean, like in the next month or so, couple months, you're gonna be, you'll probably be creating like stuff in space. And we'll be saying, you just never know. With our level and how we think, and we never stop growing. I love that. Any last minute words of wisdom you want to share with our audience before we wrap?
Not really. What I really want to actually, maybe for the viewers out there that are starting out and I really want to get into this real estate and business acquisition world. You said it perfectly, you have to try and fail, but never fail to try,
Hmm.
right? It's
Hmm.
just do it. Just don't be scared of doing of
Right.
whatever you're gonna do. Everything that's good and successful and worth it is at the other side of fear. Once you get past that fear of trying, you have to be a beginner before you become an expert, right? And
Right.
anything
Yeah.
you do it, anything you try, you have to become a beginner at the beginning. So
Yes.
go for it. Go for the opportunity. Push for it. Try as many different things as you can. Go to those meetings that you haven't that you've been,
Mhm.
trying to go at. So read those books that you haven't read before. All of those. Just
Yeah.
do what you want to do. Join, jump. When it's scary to jump, that's when you should jump.
That's
Uh,
right.
right. So, but again, Julie, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you having me. It means a
Yeah.
lot to me. Um, means a lot to me to that you're presenting me for your viewers, for everybody. So thank you again for that.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. And a lot of jewels have been dropped. And with, as you can tell, Ali has passion. This is what he's doing, not because of the money, but because of the people and everyone that he can help. So definitely follow him. All his social media handle and everything will be in the description. And just reach out if you have questions and you want to learn more about business acquisition, about fix and flip, anything at all. Please follow him on IG and reach out to him. Okay. So, Ali, thank you so much. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. Just like this, just a conversation, and we captured so much. So, thank you all. So, that's a wrap, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. And thanks for watching Dropping Jules. Take care. Bye, Ali.
Bye, guys.